show. But come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Hello, I am Magnus, and I am here with
Serenity. I'm the assistant manager at Bookman.
So, first thing you need to know about me is I'm the resident chaos gremlin of this group. But essentially, so I have a question. Do you guys do community events here?
We do. So we have our author events, which would be where we have authors come in and they do signings, and then we also have book clubs here.
How many demonically possessed books do you have? And how much do you charge?
I'm not sure about how many we have, and also not sure about how much we charge, but there might be one or two around here.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Aylin, and I'm here with
Haley, the manager of Bookman Salem.
Okay. First question is, what's your favorite book?
I recently read Beloved by Toni Morrison, and that definitely has bumped up to the top of my list for sure.
What is the history of this store?
The history of the store, we have been around, I think this is our 43rd year. We have a location in Corvallis. That was our starting store. And then our downtown location has been around for 31 years, taking care of the community and selling books. We've got a rare book room. I know the owners are really proud of that. So if you're looking for like signed or first editions of books, we've got our bookstore cat Rose. Our cat is turning 13 next month on August 20th, and she is a Leo through and through.
My name is Dylan, and I'm here with
Haley, the manager of the Bookman Salem.
what's the top selling book?
I would say right now our banned books are definitely our top selling books. 1984 is probably our top selling book right now.
What's the fun about working here?
Oh, I have been an avid reader since I was very, very young, and I just love being surrounded by books. I also get to buy the used books for the store, so it's really interesting seeing what the community brings in.
Thank you. Have you ever have anything spooky in here?
So the spookiest thing I've had happen here would be going down to the basement. It's connected to the tunnels, the old tunnels in Salem. So going down there is kind of creepy.
How old is Rosie, and how much has Rosie been in here?
Rose is right now 12. She's turning 13 in August, so she's been here her entire life, 13 years.
Nice.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are here with...
I'm John.
And I'm Irene. And today I'm going to be asking you some questions about your store. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started. What unique fashion and musical instruments do you currently have in the store?
We have a lot of clothes, a lot of t-shirts. We have a vendor that's really getting into band t-shirts.
Oh, really?
So we're getting a lot of that.
That's cool.
We have a lot of Y2K clothing from different vendors. So we have a few vendors that specialize in clothes. As far as musical instruments, we got guitars, we got basses. We actually have Tim Knight, who founded Guitar Castle here in Salem. We have one of his guitars out of his collection. It was a 7-string electric. When he passed away, we got that with a few other things, and some of the things have sold. It was tough. You know, I mean, Tim was a good guy.
Is there anything else about the shop that you would like to share?
It's just a great store. We're about 12,000 square feet. We have 53 vendors right now. I would say it's like 53 different ideas of what's cool. So.
What is your favorite part about being stable in the downtown Salem community?
Our amazing customers. My wife and I have only owned the store since February of 2022, but the community has reached out and stood behind us and supported us so much. We've had a few things happen over the time, and they've come in just really to support us and just have our back, and the love of the community to us is amazing.
That's great. Well, there you have it, folks.
What can you tell us about the history of this antique shop?
Well, the building was originally built in 1905. Paramount Pictures built it. It was the first silent movie theater in Salem. So This is actually a picture on the computer of the front of Liberty Theater, which is what it was called then. It was around until about 1925 when they started making talking pictures more, and silent movies weren't really a thing. So Liberty Theater went away, and then it became part of a little store that started up in Portland, and they wanted to branch out, so they opened a location here. This is the first location of Fred Meyer's in Salem when they first started down here. Then around 1940, actually I got a picture. This was the Fred Meyer's back in the late 20s. Right over here. Look at the old cars. And then in the 1950s, they had kind of redone the front, which is a lot how the front looks now, but it did change for a while. Because around 1940, Fred Meyer's grew more and they moved someplace else, and this became Maryland Shoe Store. So they sold shoes in here up until about 1970. And when Maryland Shoe Store had it, they covered all these windows, changed the front a little bit. 1970, Maryland Shoe Store went away, and it became a place called Family Fun Center, and it was indoor miniature golf. And as we're pulling up, replacing a lot of the carpet in the store, we're finding where the holes were. We found one of the tee boxes, the green AstroTurf underneath. Then Family Fun Center went away. And then in 1984, Henrietta Dill opened up the first Engelberg Antiks in Mount Angel. And it was the first antique mall in Oregon. And the guy that owned this building at the time went into the store and saw it and thought, wow, what a great idea. And told Henry that he had a building in downtown Salem that'd be ideal for something like that. So she came and looked at it. The rent was good. So she rented this building, and April 1st, 1985, it opened as Engelberg Antiks.
How do you and your vendors go around finding these unique?
Some of them that kind of keep a little secret on where they find their stuff. But for the most part, a lot of them go to estate sales, garage sales, auctions, antique auctions. Some travel and gather things. I know whenever we travel, we're always hitting other antique stores and shops and looking for unique things and neat stuff that people here would want.
What's the piece of sport that you have in this antique?
I don't know if you'll see in the camera very well, but this is a 1947 New York Yankees World Series press pin. Back in the early days of baseball, the press to come in and comment on the games and report, they would have to wear these pins to get in the gates. During the war, because they rationed all the medals and stuff, they were just using like a ribbon. But 1947 was the first year they went back to the enamel pins. And 1947 was such a huge year for baseball because that was the first year that Jackie Robinson got drafted in the majors, first African-American player in the major leagues. And he was on the Brooklyn Dodgers. They made it to the World Series, and he played all 7 games of the World Series, which not many players did back then. So that's a super cool piece of baseball history.
You describe Engelberg Antiks in 3 words.
3 words? Probably the 3 words we hear the most when people come through the door for the first time. Oh my God. Or it's so big. Because from the street, it looks like a little bitty store.
Have you experienced anything haunting?
You want the stories or the videos? Show you videos later. Yeah, we've had things. Sounds, noises, things moving. We've had things thrown at us. There used to be a doll here. Her name was Lily. I actually have a picture and a little write-up about it. This is before Nancy and I bought the store. And but it was a vendor had picked her up in Portland, took her home, and just odd things started happening. I'm not sure what all, but he put her in a case and brought it here and did not want anything more to do with her. And then back when Ghost Adventures was doing a piece on Enchanted Forest with Zach Baggins, they came in here. Zach saw her, and he bought her, and she is in his museum in Las Vegas. And he says that she is one of his 5 most haunted items.
What is the strangest item to ever cross your doors, and who ended up buying it?
Oh, we get all kinds of weird stuff. Probably one of the weirdest. We had 2 wooden heads. And they were, I don't know if they were in a museum or a collection on display in Corvallis for years, but they're called Ira Abiges. And in Nigeria, Africa, I forget right now what that area used to be called, but they have the highest rate of twins in the world. And so they think twins are special. But with twins, they have lower birth weights, there's a higher mortality rate. But their thought is that the twin spirits are combined, and if one of them passes away, their fear is the other twin will die to be with that first one. So if one of the twins pass away, they go to their spiritual leader, he will counsel with them, and then send them to a carver who carves twin dolls. And then the mother will carry them for the rest of her life. She'll do food offerings, she'll clothe them, bathe them, rub oil on their skin. The 2 that we had, they were from the late 1700s. The bodies had rotted away, so all it was the heads. But there was a lot of detail in the faces. Most of the ones I've seen, the faces are worn almost smooth from the mother's rubbing oil on the face for year after year after year. So our thought is the mother passed away shortly after the first baby died.
Have you ever gotten any historic or military weapons?
We have. Probably the oldest one right now we have, it's a Civil War era. It's a model M1861, manufactured in 1862 rifle. With the bayonet in great condition. The lock functions like it should. People ask all the time if it still shoots, and they were muzzle loading guns. So you get powder in there, you get a spark to it, it's going to do something. But 125-year-old steel, I wouldn't want to be the one to do it. So that's cool. We had a revolver that we picked up in a trip to Indiana. It had been buried forever. But a farmer was plowing his field back in the 60s, and it turned it up. It was an old Remington percussion cap revolver. And it was the site where plowing was the site of the Battle of Corydon during the Civil War, which was the only official battle that occurred in Indiana during the Civil War. And the guy that bought it was actually from Corydon and took it back to Corydon with him. So that was kind of cool. So that's probably the neatest one. We do get other military items along the way. Something like this. I didn't know what this was till I got researching it. And it's a carbine socket, because when the soldiers would be on their horses with their rifles on their back, that gun would get flying around. Well, they can put the barrel in this and have it strapped to the waist to keep the barrel from flopping around and hitting the horse. So that's a cool thing. Newer, this is from the 80s. It's a 40 millimeter practice round. It was from a gun that didn't have very long, but it was for anti-aircraft, but it was on a tank chassis. And it was kind of awkward, so they didn't use it for very long. They got rid of it. That's what this is from. So that's just a practice round. But pretty cool.
What do you hope people feel when they come into your store?
Happy.
Okay.
When people come in, we want them to feel good and enjoy the experience. Even if they don't buy something, just the feel good of coming in. People come in as customers. It's not long. Most of them become friends. We say hello to everybody coming in. We welcome everybody back. I always say that when people come in, we have 2 rules. Be respectful to us, our vendors, and other customers, and don't steal. It's just a great time. People learn things. One thing, this biscuit tin, I was talking with you a little bit ago, is a super cool piece. We put it out. We call it a teachable item, an educational piece. It's just an old, biscuit tin from a company called Pacific Coast Biscuits out of Portland, Oregon. They were up there around the turn of the century. But what people get a little upset with is the logo of it. They think it's what it's not. And that's one thing we really hope people learn coming through, is that things aren't always the way they seem. The history goes back a long ways. The way people did things 100, 200 years ago is very different than now. But the symbol was changed. And at this time frame, it was used by cultures around the world for thousands of years for peace, harmony, the seasons, the winds. It was always a good thing. And then in the late 30s, a person took it and turned it on a corner and made it a bad thing. So we know that this is pre-1950, and long before that happened, because the insignia, they changed the insignia after 1950, and they put a sunburst behind it. But so we like to have things like this out for people to learn. And that's a big thing because there's so much here and so much to know. I've been doing this a while and I still learn things every day. It's like, wow, I never knew that.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you guys for coming.
Oh, it's so hot. Oh, it's disgusting. Not refreshing enough. Ugh. Oh, I need a soda. I need a soda. A soda. With 160 calories per can. The sodium number is too big for my brain. A total of 44 grams of sugar, making your sweet, refreshing experience. We also have fructose syrup, high syrup, corn syrup, syrup, and more syrup. And we have colorful chemicals to make your experience even better with a soda. We also have acid, which helps with good things to prepare you. Refresh. You need a soda.
Isn't this fun?
Oh no, bro, I don't have any energy. This is so hard.
But I told you to drink the soda.
No, the soda doesn't have any good things.
So it's healthy. It's good for you. It's gonna give you the energy you need to climb up this day.
Okay. Guess I'll try it. Whoa. Wow. Let's do this. I'm hydrated now. Slow impression.
Ooh, there's no fat.
No fat.
No fat. What? There's a lot of sodium free.
Oh, so good. For your muscles, sodium and boost muscles. Here of soda right here. And not just soda. There's soda, and then there's diet soda. And its cousin, zero sugar soda. These complete the full package with the unwanted things that people think are bad about soda. Well, these take that out of the picture. They replace it with fun chemicals that will not give you cancer. No matter what people say, no matter who died, it will not give you cancer. Try diet soda, zero sugar soda, and normal soda. The full package. Stay hydrated today.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.